Hello, my YouTube sleepyheads. How are you doing today? I hope you had a good day. I'm very glad that I'm able to get back to making a video, since I missed one yesterday. I really like making these for you. But it's been kind of a busy time. I found out through my last video that there is a time limit on the videos that you can upload to YouTube from your iPad. I assume your iPhone as well. So these videos have to be less than 15 minutes long. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the time, and hopefully I won't run into the situation that I ran into in my last video where it got cut short. And I think I've decided on a name for these videos. I'm going to include the word ASMR more prominently in the name, since that's basically the main reason why I'm making these videos, is to help you relax, and hopefully the sound of the pencil on the paper and the sound of my voice will give you nice ASMR tingles. One of the things that happened today that I want to talk about is I managed to contract a mild case of food poisoning last night, and that woke me up in the middle of the night, and that was not fun. It wasn't horrific, but it was not fun. So I did not get much sleep. Probably got a sound hour and a half sleep. The rest was first trying to figure out what was wrong with me and why I was feeling so strangely. Because oddly enough, the first thing that happened was I woke up with my heart rate going faster than it normally should be if you're sleeping. I didn't measure it, but I think it was probably around about 100 beats a minute, maybe a little higher. So that kind of freaked me out, to wake up with your heart doing that. And I think that was basically a symptom of dehydration, which, thanks to Google, I was able to figure out. So I quickly fixed that by drinking lots of water. And that seemed to calm things down considerably. So I was still feeling pretty terrible by the time it was ready to go to work. But I needed to be there because I recently received a promotion, and I am now the director of graphics design at the place I work. And I've been that for about a week and a half. So I had plenty of stuff I had to do. Basically just getting myself familiar with all the different projects that are going on. So not a great time to be out. So I went in for a little bit, got some things straightened away that I needed to. But because I was running on only about an hour and a half of sleep, I was a bit short with one of the people in another department. It wasn't mean, I didn't say anything angrily, but I could have been a little bit more friendly in my phrasing. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't know if the person even noticed, but I did. So I ended up going home and resting. And after sleeping, I felt so much better. So near the end of the day, I went back in to work to take care of a few other things. And I made sure that one of the first things I did was to go and to apologize to that person. So that I could clear that out of my brain, which was bothering me. And I think that is an important thing to do when it comes to interacting with other people, is to make sure that you kind of clear the air with them, I guess, or make sure that if you inadvertently said something that you talk to that person about it and apologize if you need to. I found that apologies are kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. Something that should be done soon and quickly after you've paid the offense. And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process. This is, unless you've like super offended somebody, but I think that's a different circumstance. But for like the daily back and forth that people engage in, oftentimes we'll say things off the cuff, or because we are lacking sleep. And it's important to not let those things gnaw at you. it's important to clear the air. Now, when I apologized to this person, they very readily accepted my apology and were very understanding. I think I could have easily said, well, I have this new position. I'm this new director of graphics design. I should be able to talk to people like that and get away with it, but well, possibly I could. I don't think it's very conducive to a pleasant work environment. And I think in the workplace, oftentimes people could do with more apologies, just to make sure that everybody is on the same page and on the same team and hopefully working for the same goals. So I think in that context, it's much easier to say, I'm sorry that I said this, or you may have taken it out of context, or I didn't mean it the way it came out. It was only afterwards that I realized that what I said was not necessarily the best thing. Or I had this idea and it was wrong, and it's time to move on past that idea. I don't know if that's so much an apology as it is just admitting you were wrong. But I think that they're similar. I would much rather work with someone who can easily admit they were wrong than someone who digs their heels in and refuses to admit that they could have done anything or had an idea that was not good. Especially in a business environment, people are going to be making suggestions and offering their advice, and that's what makes a nice, healthy, growing company. Well, it looks like I'm about to reach my 15-minute mark, so I want to thank you guys for watching and ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for all of the amazing comments you've been making about this new series. And I will see you in my next video.